Judge Piet Koen having announced just moments ago that he is recusing himself from the Pietermaritzburg High Court, from the corruption trial of former president, his arms deal corruption trial. Those events coming out of the Pietermaritzburg High Court there. Let's speak to news reporter Simphiwe Makanya, who's covering the story for us. Simphiwe, good morning to you. I think before we even get into the recusal of Judge Piet Koen himself, let's talk a little bit about what's happened afterwards, because developments moving quite quickly there in the courtroom.
Indeed, Naledi, good morning to you as well as to the viewers at home. Well, as those who have been following this court case would know, Naledi, it has been full of twists and turns. And today, Judge Piet Koen making that all-important decision to recuse himself from this corruption trial of former President Jacob Zuma. But prior to that announcement, Naledi, he in fact went to town in terms of explaining why it was important for him to come to this decision to recuse himself, stating, of course, that he had prior made some comments with regards to the standing of the current prosecutor in the matter, which is Advocate Piet Koen, who we know is now, facing private prosecution in the matter. You'll recall that former President Jacob Zuma, through his lawyer, challenged Advocate Piet Koen, asking for him to be removed from this corruption trial. But of course, Judge Piet Koen then decided that that was not going to happen, and he was not convinced that Advocate Piet Koen had broken any laws in terms of that, accusation which was made by former President Jacob Zuma's lawyers with regards to the leakage of confidential medical records to News 24 reporter Karen Moon. But of course, fast forward now, Naledi, the lawyers of former President Jacob Zuma, after failing, to convince the judge, they then went the private route, which is currently, underway, and that particular matter has not been finalized as yet. So Judge Piet Koen making that all-important decision to say that it is important that justice is not seen, but it must be seen to be done. In other words, he's saying that it is important that regardless of the outcome of the private prosecution matter that is underway, he feels that it is going to be very crucial for the public in general to have confidence in the judiciary in terms of how it runs its affairs. And of course, he did say that he has made a number of comments with regards to Advocate Downer's fitness in terms of his current role.
Yeah, can we talk a little bit about what happens now? Because I know that we've already seen a new judge already step into that role, replacing Judge Piet Koen, and also a postponement?
Indeed, a short while ago, Judge Nkosinathi Emmanuel Quilly entered the courtroom as the new judge who's going to be presiding over this, matter, which has been lengthy, Naledi. It hasn't even started, if you look at it practically, and handing down that the date of the 17th of April as the date where, the trial can then commence. But of course, we did hear from the lawyers representing former President Jacob Zuma that, in fact, now that Judge Piet Koen has recused himself from this particular case, they are now going to be formally again launching an application to have Advocate Piet Koen recused from the matter. So by the look of things, it's going to be a long road indeed. I'm
keen to hear just some of the notable personalities that may have been in the room and sort of reactions that we might have seen once Judge Piet Koen did make that announcement that he will be recusing himself from Jacob Zuma's corruption trial.
Indeed, the spokesperson of the Jacob Zuma Foundation, that's Mr. Mzwanele Manyi, was not present in court today. But of course, there has been a statement which has been issued on Twitter by the foundation saying that they welcome this sober judgment by Judge Piet Koen to recuse himself from this court case. And of course, we haven't had an opportunity to speak to the NPA with regards to their reaction, but it seems as though that it's all systems go now for the 17th of April for the trial to actually commence.
Yeah, well, we will be watching very closely, and we'll try and get reaction as well to all the parties involved. Simphiwe Makanya, SABC News reporter there, bringing us the latest. Thank you so much.